Estrella, duo, uno.
Your Spanish is beautiful, Ollie. I just have to say. It is absolutely magic. Hello, members of Club Prairie Fire, the world's most exclusive tequila and cricket club. This is season 10, episode 4. I am the Prof. You know how it works. Tequila, Tabasco, and the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern system. We love them all equally. This episode I'm calling The Prof is Back. What did I miss? Anything, guys? Or no?
No.
Good stuff. Yes, that's right. Today I'm back at the helm of this rickety old crickety boat, and it is a week where the world of cricket has politely provided us with plenty to chat about in the wee potty today. All the IPL news you could ever wish for, including a 14-year-old making his IPL debut. Goodness me. And a crackdown on blokes with giant bats. About time. Also, the greatest athlete ever, as coined by one A. Gilchrist, Jasprit, Bumrah, and Indian vice-captain Smriti Mandhana. They both received 2 very prestigious worldly titles that we will get into. Wisden cricket, they put the boot into the World Test Championship format, and Davey Warner signs a contract to play in the USA at last. Davey Warner has made it. My goodness me, so much to talk through. Let's bring in our experts, Adam Gilchrist and Michael Vaughan. How are you, gents?
Yeah, good. That was a good start to the show, Prof. Good to have you back. I have to say, I when you said that the IPL, I've kept a little bit of a glimpse of the IPL this last week. The rest of what you talked about, I have no clue what you're on about.
Do you mean because you couldn't hear me, or because you just haven't been keeping up with your worldly cricket news this morning?
I haven't kept up to date this last week. I've been winning golf medals and playing paddle.
Well, there's some good news, which I can give to you, and we can get your hot take on it. First time you've heard it, people were like, goodness me, Vaughnie. Great stuff. All right, what's your golf medal? Tell us. Spill it.
Greensums on Saturday, 46 points, me and my partner. Alternative shots from the drive. We won by 3. My partner off 15. My partner off 15 kept on putting 140-yard 9-irons to an inch.
Wow.
Was this a couple of times? Yeah.
Was it a pro-am, or was it just
the greensome competition down at the club? Yeah. So my first time of arriving at the club in 2025, and got the trophy, got the win.
Oh, they'd love that.
Oh, they loved it. Yeah. I've had lots of text messages saying well played.
There you go. Still winning trophies, eh, Vaughnie? Still winning trophies. Gilly, you've just got stuck on the freeway on your way back from holiday. Is that right?
Yes. A little bit late.
You're
to the
frozen
show.
on my screen, by the way.
I am?
Your ears looking rather large on my screen. It's kind of just...
Which one?
It's the left one, the bigger one.
I know what's going. Yeah, the big one there. Is it moving now? I'm wiggling it. Can feel the breeze.
Good for me.
Oh, yeah, good for me as well, Gilly.
Just doesn't matter if I'm frozen, does it? Can you hear me? That's the main thing.
Yeah, I can hear you, Gil.
Yeah, cool. Yes, g'day, guys. Belated Easter wishes to you all. That's where I've been, Easter holiday, and just got back, literally off the freeway just then. But, no golf trophies for me. Few fish. I got the fishing trophy in the family. So that was good. Yeah.
What kind of size, Gil? What are we talking about?
Oh, well, it was, keep going, Ollie, keep putting your arms. Yep. Yeah.
Really?
But that's how big it ended up when I got the right camera angle on it. So it's the ugliest looking fish you'll ever see. I'll send it through. You can put it up on our socials at some sort of wrasse. I don't know, some sort of cagey old looking thing that if you did eat it, you would definitely not see the next day out. But anyway, it was good.
Still counts. Doesn't matter if it's poisonous.
I look forward to hearing more about all those issues that you brought up, Prof.
Fantastic. Hey, Ollie, I am dying to know, because I can't remember, what does a single man with no children do at Easter?
They go to Fiji.
Oh.
Bit of an acca. Yeah.
Strong answer.
I went for went for 4 nights, bit of rugby, played a bit of golf. But the main thing was I went on this floating drinking platform called Cloud9. It's a very famous Sunday party. The first person I meet, Jamie Sutton, give him a shout out. He followed me on Instagram. I was like, how do you know Michael Vaughan? I was like, Club Prairie Fire. And he goes, oh, I'm from Hornchurch. He lives in Hornchurch in England. Unbelievable. We're on this random island in Fiji, and we've got a Horny Church. We've got a new listener.
Brilliant.
He doesn't play for the Holy Church, does he?
No, doesn't play for them, just from there.
It's a beautiful part of the world. Have you ever been to Horny Church, Horny, or is that – because I just figured it was made up.
I spent Easter at Horny Church.
Easter.
It's Sunday, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, this is what I was bringing up. This is what I was talking about. I'm going to start here, if that's okay. I'm going to start with Wisden. They have brought out the Wisden Cricketers Almanac, which is pretty much a cricketer's Bible. Correct me if I'm wrong, gents. They have released their international players for 2024. So Jasprit Bumrah is the men's, and then Smriti Mandhana is the ladies. Now,
Players of the year, is it?
Players of the year, correct.
Right.
So I think we can all agree, well-deserved, those two. Does anybody else want to toss up somebody that missed out?
Well, there's a few England players I could mention.
Jacob Bethel, generational talent.
Fair call.
Bethel, Jamie Smith.
Well,
Gus Atkinson in a year, he got 100, a tenfer, hat-trick. I mean, what more do you need to do?
Well, you probably need to get named the player of the tournament in the T20 World Cup. That's going to help. And you need your team to win. I don't know that happened for England. It did.
This is an individuals event trophy, is it? It's
it
what
is.
the individual does.
Now, you have just proven what a great cricket pundit you are, Vaughnie, because you've actually just selected 2 out of the 5 cricketers of the year that they choose. So there's the individual honour, but then they also choose 5. So Gus Atkinson, Jamie Smith, Sophie Eccleston, Liam Dawson, and Dan Worrell were the 5 Wisden cricketers of the year.
Hang on, say those 5 again, can you? Sorry.
Gus Atkinson, Jamie Smith, Sophie Eccleston, Liam Dawson, and Dan Worrell.
And so Jasprit isn't in the top 5.
Well, I don't know how that works.
So your 5 cricketers of the year, but Jasprit and who? Mandhana.
Yeah, maybe they're the captains and the vice captain of the 5. I've only selected 7. I normally cricket's 11.
This year, what year does it run? When does it start and finish? The year that they decide upon the player of the year?
Well,
because Jasprit's been injured for half the year.
Yeah,
it's the 2024.
All right,
maybe it's a given. It's always going. Yeah, maybe it's a given that the winner's probably, or in all likelihood, there's a good chance they'll be Indian. So this is
correct.
You give out the 2 Indian cricketers of the year, and then you have 5 of the leftovers
of the rest of the others of the
world. There's one Aussie that's qualified for England in that top 5. That's Dan Worrell.
Yep.
That's the one Aussie. I think you're right, Gil. I mean, even the Wisden, the famous Wisden, the kind of Bible of the cricket in kind of geeky world. Even they probably are starting to want a little bit of action in terms of what they're doing. So if you need a bit of action, just choose a couple of Indians.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I bring it up also, gents, is because in 2002 and 2003, 2 of our members of the team here, excuse me, won the accolade. So, Gilly, do you remember which year you were? As in top 5.
Top 5. 2002.
Correct. Yes. And then who? Can you guess anybody that would have been with you?
2
other Aussies.
Right. Ponting and Hayden.
Martin and Gillespie.
Right.
Okay. Nailed it.
No, mates, of course.
And CVS Laxman and Andy Flower were the other 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, knew them.
Got those. Yeah.
Now, obviously, an accolade that you cherish dearly and remember the ceremony and everything. So, let me go to you, Vaughnie. In 2003, you were one of the top 5 Wisden cricketers of the year from the Almanac.
Yeah.
Can you guess any of the other 4?
Matthew Hayden.
Correct.
Mm.
Brian Lara.
No. No.
Saywag?
No Saywag. Adam Hollyoake, Nasser Hussain, and Sean Pollock.
There you go, yeah. Hey, just on that, guys.
Who were the Indian cricketers of the year?
Well, VVS Laxman was 02, and then 03. I'm going to guess Tendulkar or Dravid.
Yeah.
Guys, here's what I made earlier, look.
Yeah, there it is.
Right. So you get this in a
What
nice
year is
leather
that?
binder, and then on the front there, Wisden. There's my name, Cricketer of the Year, 2003.
There you go.
Leather Wisden. It was just on the shelf there as you were speaking, Pro. I thought, I think I've got some.
Hello, boys.
So what is actually in it once you get into the almanac? Is it facts?
Scorecards and
results.
Beautiful gold embossed end of pages.
Yeah, there's
what else have we got in here?
Players and
yeah.
Batting for $1 billion is the headline here in one of the comments.
Well, Vaughan, have you got one of those? Look at this on the inside page. This is book 1 of 1.
Whoa.
There you go.
What number have you got, Vaughnie?
Imagine this is a knockoff.
This copy is
Wow.
number 1.
Number 1.
Okay.
What else? Jesus, there's print small on it.
Well, while you two are flicking through it, Wisden has also made other headlines this week because they have criticised the World Test Championship format.
Oh.
Now, they're criticising South Africa. They qualified for the final without playing England or Australia. Now, Vaughnie, you're a man that creates change. I know you're calling for the 2-tier test system, which is being discussed at the moment. Also, Gilly, you've brought in that you want a meteorologist at every coin toss.
Yeah.
We are
definitely.
a podcast that makes change.
Yeah.
Do you like the World Test Championship format? And if not, how would you guys fix it?
No, I don't like it as it is. But South Africa have done what they've had to do is beat the teams that they've been asked to play. It's not their problem. It's the ICC that create the scheduling, and for South Africa to get to the final, they've beaten. You'd say some of the lesser teams, but it's not for them to decide who they play. So they've won I think it's on the percentage, isn't it, of the games that you win, and they've won more, so they're in the final. Going forward, I want to see a 2-tier, 2 leagues. I would say 7 in the first tier, 7 in the second. I'd add a couple more to the test playing nations and just play equal amount of games over whether it's a 2-year, whether it's a 3-year period. So we can actually find out who is the best team in the world because you've played the same amount of games in that period. What I would do is I'd make every series a 3-match series. And then when you play an Ashes or England play India or Australia play India, it's a 5-match series, but it's only the first 3 that count to the league. And then the last 2 are just historic. It's just because it's always happened. And obviously it makes a huge amount of money for the game. So, that's the way I'd go. Two tiers of 7, equal amount of games. And the historic series, you still play 5, but it's only the first 3 that count to the league.
Gilly, sorry to interrupt your reading there.
I agree with everything. Did you know after his first innings, Sir Donald Bradman's batting average never dropped below 90?
Thanks for that, Gil.
Anyway, that's amazing.
That's a good fact.
Never. Wow. That's good. I like that. That 3, the 3 count to the championship. That's good call, Vaughan.
Yeah,
I like that. But maintain the integrity of the history of 5 test series and so on.
Yeah.
To get the trophy. That's good. There's no doubt about it. It's not a system that should be held on to, the current one. Don't think it's reflective of a sort of a fair and equitable environment over 2 years, the percentage rule. So, they've got to keep working at it, and that's as good a suggestion as I've heard.
So they've described it as a shambles masquerading as a showpiece, which I was hoping, Gilly, in the event that you guys are commentating at Fox, you could introduce it as that. Hello and welcome to the shambles masquerading as a showpiece. I'm Adam Gilchrist.
I think you'll find, Pro. I think the editor of the Wisden is a guy called Lawrence Booth, who's very, very pro England.
Yeah. And is that because England's not going to be anywhere near that World Test Championship?
He seems to always kind of poke the Indian kind of fire as well over the last 2 or 3 years. But I think he's right in this regard. It is a little bit of a shambles. It's very, very hard to understand. You know, the point system, obviously the percentages. I've never known another sporting league where you're won by the percentage of the amount that you win rather than just your wins. You know, it should be just very equal. Make it fair. 7 and 7 would be the way that I would go. But the reason why I say 7 is because that would pretty much guarantee that England would stay in the first tier. And I would,
I think you used to say 6.
I would like England, Australia, India. I think it's very important, and it's not. And if they're not good enough to stay in the top tier in the next, 20 years, well, they've done something awfully wrong. But I just think it's very important that if you like, the bigger teams are in tier 1, and then you have a promotion relegation, 1 up, 1 down every cycle, whatever the cycle is. And the way that I would achieve that is the team that finished top of tier 2. They host the team that finished bottom of tier 1 at home, and the team that finishes bottom of tier 1 has to go to their ground and win. And if they don't win, they're relegated. If they do win, they stay in tier 1. But they have to win away from home.
People would watch. Goodness me, imagine England, if they finish 7th in that tier, having to play against Afghanistan, whoever it is, to come up.
Yeah.
Would you still be okay with that method?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's the same. And obviously I don't want the Ashes to be scrapped. But if one of England, Australia is in tier 2, you name me another sport. So Man City, Man United. Man United say get relegated. They're not far off this year. Say they get relegated. They don't play Man City every year because of the history. Now, we're the only sport. You look at World Cups that, we always go to World Cups and it's surprise, surprise. India always play Pakistan. It doesn't happen in football, but you go to a football World Cup and Brazil play Argentina in the group stages because it's good for television. Cricket is backwards.
So you're saying
because of history, all because of television. Yeah, of course we need a few quid, but let's get in the real world. If you're not good enough to be in tier 1, you shouldn't be playing the teams in tier 1.
Yeah,
Gilly.
Yeah. Sorry, you said you need a few quid. Did you know the full set? This is back in 2022. So 159 editions of the Wisden Almanac from 1864 to 2022 cost at a bookstore £75,000. Unfortunately, they're out of stock at the moment. But
what the full
that's
collection?
That was 2022. Obviously, you'd need to get the last couple updated, but £75,000. But at cricketbooks.com, they're out of stock. I don't know how they're going to go about getting the 1864s. Yeah,
They're the ones you've got a special edition, because we used to get the little yellow ones, and they have all our they have our schoolboy scores in them. So I think I'm in 08, 09.
Yeah.
They have all those ones as well. Yeah, God, yeah, because it was English schools.
I've got one of those somewhere in here.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really regret bringing up the Wisden cricket.
I'm laughing. I was wondering what that little sort of book stopper was, little door stopper thing, but now I know what it is.
Right. The new goal is get Prof in 2026 or 2027. Yeah, let's get down to Manly.
What has Warney gone to find here? Is he
going to get the old purist?
The purist.
Got the more purist. That's what I have found. Yeah. Look at that rascal.
Beautiful.
It could be a new segment of just
This
watching
is
the
it,
man
I
cave
tell you,
sort of
look,
thing
this
each
is
week.
I got 156 against South Africa with this Purist.
Oh,
Show us the
nice.
cherries. Show us the blade there.
So been a bit revamped, a bit of tape on the front there,
Oh,
bro.
tape.
Tarred it up.
I
Hey,
used to
Vaughnie.
write on the shoulder of the bat.
Yeah.
There,
Yep.
my number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
If you got 100 with it, you just put a little.
just put a little
marking
number
there.
on the top. Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
if you
just,
could pay for this podcast by flogging some of the stuff out of your man caves. You just start saying, just as a bit of an auction.
It's actually quite nice shape.
Actually, that's not a bad call. I've just done a big cloud. That's a pretty big bat for considering that's, 20 years old?
Hey,
unbelievable.
watch this
He's
for a
blinking.
segue. So, in the IPL, there's bat size regulations going on. You've seen this.
Good segue.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good
Bring
segue.
it around to the IPL. They've intensified enforcement of bat size regulations, leading to several players, notably from the Kolkata. What have you got?
What you got?
Vaughnie's found something else.
Is that Ashes winning?
I don't know why this is one on my shelf. The Benson Hedges, runner up against Gloucester in 1999. The Benson Hedges Cup final. We lost. There's the runners up medal.
I was going to say, I was looking at your bat there with your knock against South Africa. It was the third highest score basically of the day. Graham Smith got 277 and Herschel Gibbs 179.
All using Gunnar Moores, may I say.
Reasonably flat deck.
Like a green seamer, was it?
Yeah.
600 for 5 declared in South Africa.
They've been required to change their bats mid-game due to exceeding legal dimensions. Clampdown follows the MCC's 2017 law changes aimed at maintaining balance between bat and ball. Let me give you the names. So Sunil Nareen and Anrik Norja.
Nokia.
Yeah, Norja. Failed the gauge test. So basically, now not just testing the size of balls to go through rings, they actually have
Bat gauge.
Bat gauge. Yeah, so your edge thickness, you've got a maximum of 4 centimetres. How thick was that edge on that bat then, Vaughnie? Was that around 2.5, 3?
I'm not interested anymore. I've found something else. I'm trying to see the date on it. I've got this little look at this. This is what Yorkshire cricket. When you got your first team cap, they give you a hip flask as a cap.
Wow.
Look at that.
That is cool.
Is there anything
capped in 1996. First team cap in Scarborough. My name on the back with the date. And Scarborough, of course. It was on a Tuesday as well. And then you just
and what tequila's obviously in there.
Yeah, like tequila. Just found that on the shelf.
I imagine it'd be a nice bottle for Shade's wine bar, I imagine. Just a nice rouge.
And they wonder why we drank so much back in the day when the hierarchy are giving you a hip flask to celebrate your performances.
and Yorkshire were before their time because this is the Class Azul tequila bottle, Vaughnie. And look at this. Look at their lid. Look at their lid. It's basically what you've just held up. There it is. Yeah. Any tequila drinker.
Look at that.
There you go. Yeah. And you put it on when you get it around in at the bar, they give it a little bing.
All right, what about this for a segue? One person that couldn't drink tequila to celebrate a great innings was 14-year-old.
Bro, can I just go back to your I think what you were talking about of the bats and the sizes. We don't give a shit.
Okay.
That's
your hot take? We don't give a shit. That's fine. Yep. Is that yours, Gilly, as well?
Well, who did you say they picked up? Norgia and who?
Yeah. Nareen. Sunil Nareen.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. All good. Make them bigger. It's not going to get any more boring if they make them bigger. It's already there. Every second ball's going the boundary or over it.
14-year-old. Can I move on to this? And can you show some?
Yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting.
Youngest player in IPL history, Surya Vanshi. I'm not saying it right. Gilly, can you do it for me?
No, I can't. But I think I picked him at the start as the.
You did.
Yeah.
So amazing innings. 34 off 20. Third ball he faced. He struck the first and third balls he faced for sixes. They just an amazing innings from a 14-year-old. I've got a couple of little stats for you here.
Yep.
He made his first class debut at the age of 12. He wasn't a teenager.
Who for?
Bihar in January 2024.
How
Imagine
did
a
he get?
12-year-old walking out, opening the batting. Is that? And you want to know an even better one? He only started playing cricket at 9. Imagine if this kid started at 5 or 6. All that time wasted. Goodness.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Hot take, Bonnie, on that?
Well, he's obviously been mentioned for a while now. And he got a 58 ball 100 against Aussie under-19s, which obviously is not that difficult to do. But 58 balls is rather quick. He's going to be around for a long time, isn't he, mate? I'd love to know what they're feeding him. He's a big lad, isn't he? He's strong.
Yeah.
I mean, that first ball went over extra cover for 6. I mean, I wasn't hitting sixes when I was in my pomp at 25. Yeah, he's strolling out there and striking him into the stands as a 14-year-old. I'll be very intrigued to see how his journey goes, because the spotlight and the profile and the pressure that'll come from obviously that first innings is going to be immense. So hopefully he's got some good people around him. He can be wisely advised, and he can get some of those. I'm sure obviously India will be managing him very quickly if they're not already, and some of that experienced core of the management can give him some good advice, because it's not going to be easy because of the profile that he's going to have.
Hey, Ollie, what can you get his stats up there? So he debuted at 12 in first class,
January 2024.
right? And how'd you go on debut? And what's he put together since then?
The youngest Indian List A debutant at 13 later that year.
I mean, realistically, he could have a 10-year career and retire at 25, couldn't he?
Well, they were talking about that, weren't they? Because at the same sort of time as the Masters, and do you remember 14-year-old Guan Changling made the cut? He was 14 at the Masters, had to hit driver 3-wood into every hole, and he doesn't play anymore. Ranked like 2,500 in the world, and that was very, very. He was just turned 14, and remarkable effort around Augusta.
The booze and drugs got a hold of him at 14.
Yeah.
Can you think of a
jokes?
Of course, yeah. Can you think of a precedent? So is there another player, either in Australia or England, obviously not 14, but maybe 15, 16? Will Pekoski was very young, wasn't he? Was he?
Rocky Flintoff. Rocky.
What's Rocky doing?
Well, he's injured.
Oh, is he? What's up?
He's injured. Alistair, what age was Alistair? Was he 19, 20?
Yeah, no really freaky young ones, is there?
No.
Doesn't seem to be in our systems.
No.
How old was Tendulkar? Was he 16?
16. He got 100 against England at Old Trafford.
And he ended up going pretty good, didn't he?
He was all right, yeah.
He pushed on a bit.
Not quite as good as Joe Root, but he's done pretty well, Sachin.
I reckon Elise Perry was 16.
Yes.
And may have scored a 50 for Australia, and then later that year scored a goal in the Women's Football World Cup. So that's
Alice
pretty
Capsey,
talented.
I think Alice Capsey was, she might have been 16 when she came into the system in the UK. And I think she played for England around 17, 18.
I think ish.
There has been a 14-year-old in tests.
Oh yes,
Hassan Raza.
Yeah,
played against him.
Yeah, he's whipped it through the leg side, Hassan.
Yeah.
Only 14-year-olds per test.
Well, watch this space. Maybe we'll be seeing another one very soon. While we're on the IPL, do you want to give us a bit of an update as to the selections we've made? Who's leading the orange cap? Who's leading the purple cap?
Yeah.
Who's out in front for us?
Yeah, I'll rattle through these because we spent 25 minutes on Wisden. So last time it was it was good stuff though.
Sorry, I've just seen the fish.
We'll start.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not pretty, is he?
Holy.
Yeah.
Mate.
For those of you
Lovely,
listening,
impressive,
Gilly's
though.
just posted the fish that he caught on our Club Prairie Fire. What that looks fake.
I'm wearing the black art hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Black hat.
And the Otis I wear.
Yeah.
And drinking the homebrew tequila. We've got last week was quite close. So far we'll look at the teams we've picked. In 9th position, Sunrisers, Prof, Mumbai. They're coming. They were 8th last week. They're now up to 6th from Vaughanie. Punjab stay 4th for Gilly, and RCB stay 3rd for myself.
Very good.
So that's who we're doing well. Then if we go to the end of the table, who we thought were going to fail. Vaughanie said Delhi, they're in 2nd. RCB was from Gilly, who are in 3rd. I went for Lucknow, who are 5th, and Prof said Rajasthan, who are 8th actually. So going well there from the Prof. Player wise, Ravindra for me is in 30th spot for the runs, and then it's very close. Travis Head is in 14th for Prof. Sheraz Iyer in 12th for Gilly, and Shubman Gill has gone into 10th for Vaughanie. So he's definitely in the hunt for the cap. Wickets less good. Zampa's pulled out injured for Prof. His 2 wickets have him 66. 2 more wickets than that is Mitch Santner in 48th for Vaughanie. And then we've got Chakravarti with 13 wickets in 10th and Arshdeep Singh with 11 wickets in 8th spot for myself. Then an interesting one. We finally have some newcomers who have played the first 5 shows. None of them have played a game. Sachin Baby still hasn't for Vaughanie, so I think he's coming. The baby's en route. We have Vibhab, 34 runs in his 1 game, as we know. That was Gilly's pick. Josh English for me, 45 runs in 3 games. But I think the star of the show is Prof's Xavier Bartlett. He's got 2 wickets in his first 3 games. But he did give, I think, the greatest highlight reel I've seen for a long time, fielding, which has gone viral. Don't know if you saw this in the chase. I'll just hold it up. It's his attempt to field, and if you just look there, goes into lob it back into the bowler, and he just throws it against his own shoulder and it goes for 4 overthrows. And he's now gone on debut. That is from Bartlett.
Chahal looked impressed.
So just forgot to release it in the back of the head. So that's that was tough, but he is playing, and that's good news for Prof.
Very good update. And do you actually have the update? Who is actually leading the orange and the purple caps there?
We've got, Krishna is leading with 16 wickets. He's actually 4 ahead of Kuldeep Yadav and Noor Ahmed. He's flying through the wickets at the moment for Gujarat, who are going very well. And then for the batting, it's also Gujarat. It's Sai Sudhasan, who we spoke about a lot last week, just overtaking Nicholas Pooran and Joss Butler in 3rd. And Mitch Marsh leading the Aussies.
Very good. Now,
very well.
Gilly, do you head over there soon? Or do you both head over to India soon?
I head over on the weekend for a little stint, and then I think, Vaughanie, you come in for the finals, don't you?
I'm still in my golf season, Pro. I've got a medal on Saturday.
Sorry.
Yep. A couple of tournaments next week. Just try and get a few more trophies.
And then once your golf season finishes, you'll head back across.
I'll then head, and then I'll start doing some cricket in the UK. England have got the mighty Zimbabwe. For a 4-day test match.
4-day.
Just saying.
Is that off the back of M. Vaughan calling for 4-day test matches?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I've just seen actually Bangladesh are playing Zimbabwe. I can't believe you're not mentioning that in the show, Pro. I thought that.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. There's 15 items we haven't gotten to because I mentioned Wisden Cricket Almanac.
Bangladesh lead by 173. Bangladesh 191, Zimbabwe 273, Bangladesh 255 for 9. Pfeiffer for Muzarabani. Muzarabani's got Pfeiffer for Zimbabwe, and one of the Currans plays for Zimbabwe. You know, it's Ben Curran. There's that many of them. Yeah, Ben Curran. He got 18 opening the batting, so they're going to have to chase down, let's say, nearly 180 to win a Test match in Bangladesh. Good effort there. I think it's in Bangladesh. Where is it? Yeah, in Bangladesh. Good effort there. If they win there.
Very, very good. Are we going for Bangladesh? Yes. Go back.
No, Zimbabwe. They're coming up, aren't they? Coming back.
Go Zimbabwe. I've got a few other items, or I'm just wary of the time here. Vaughnie, you've only got another 5 or so minutes. So do we want to do Ollie's quiz?
Yeah. What other items do you have?
Well, Ramiz Raja, he's been presenting a trophy at the PSL, the Pakistani league that's taking place at the moment. And when he was awarding the trophy for best catch, he called it the IPL, which doesn't go well. So
I did notice in the PSL, there was a player of the match, James Vince, being presented in the dressing room. It's the kind of the kind of normal world these days is for all the speeches to be filmed and put out on social media. And Vince, I think he scored 100 in his first game, and I think it was the coach making the presentation and awarded him a hairdryer.
Yeah, that's right.
Got a hairdryer.
Yeah,
that's the first time ever a hairdryer for a player of the match. That wasn't from the authorities, where you go on the podium and you get a check, and remember those huge large checks. This was just in the team room. A hairdryer.
Yeah. What happens if he's bald?
He hasn't got much hair.
Might blow it away. That's actually
next question. Mind
to the kids.
The Pakistan player, as a general statement, I mean this with the utmost respect, I think across generation and generation, they do have the best hair.
That's true.
Beautiful hair.
Yeah.
They clearly shampoo
Rami's
and condition. Rami's himself. But that's interesting, the hairdryer. I wonder when the curling tongs will come out. That might be the next installment.
I stroke Rami's hair. When I used to, I've commentated. I kind of stroke it. It's a thing of beauty.
Soft,
very soft. Yeah, yeah.
And did he like you stroking his hair, Vaughnie?
Yeah, he didn't mind. He gets the old.
That's a good question, though. What's the oddest gift you received for performing well in cricket?
Oh, brown paper bag full of unmarked notes. No, jokes. Gift. Ooh, what did you say, Vaughnie?
Well, there's motorbikes. Was it in India? You used to get a
motorbike. The Hero. Yeah, the Hero Honda motorbikes. Or the TVS. Yeah, got the motorbike. But that's, yeah.
How would you get them home?
Difficult.
On the airplane, or?
I think you took it in prize money, but don't think we ever saw that one. I reckon, nothing that gets anywhere near a hairdryer.
Question without notice, that one. Apologies. The last thing I was going to say, which out of the IPL was the no ball, the wicket-keeping no ball. I wanted to get your take on it, Gilly. Where obviously Ryan Rickleton, he's got caught by Cummins was he mid-off or wherever it was. Then they've reviewed it and seen that Clarkson's gloves were slightly ahead of the stumps.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nothing to do with the play.
No ball.
No, and you agree with no ball?
Yeah, it's a rule. It's like keeping your foot behind the line. You learn that as a wicket keeper right at the start. Never put your gloves in front of the stumps. Otherwise, it's no ball.
Yeah, it's a fair call. James Smith was keeping last year for England at Old Trafford in a Test match, and I think he stumped someone, and it was called a no ball because his hands were just in front of the stumps.
And the same thing happened in the ILT20. It's a big Tommy Moody's team, the Desert Vipers, I reckon they're called. What's Mohan Khan's young fella, the keeper? He did the same thing, and I reckon it was the batter was it was one of the West Indians who then pulled the trigger and won the game. It cost him the game. Them's the rules.
Well, Rickleton, he continued his innings and contributed to their 4-wicket victory. So Clarkson probably wouldn't have been overly popular in the
No.
dressing sheds post. Did you ever do it, Gilly? Did you ever get your gloves in front of the stumps?
I don't think I was ever called for it. No, to the point where it cost. Well, no, I don't think I was ever told it was a no ball. Yeah.
Odd one. Another one of these cricket rules that you
Yeah.
don't really realise until it happens, right?
Right.
Hey, what a great way to finish the podcast. Actually,
Well,
Ollie,
wacky old game.
do you want to do your quiz quickly?
Yeah.
Have we got time, Vaughnie?
Yeah, quiz it up.
I've got this. Yeah, well, this week's actually not a quiz because normally we've covered off a lot of the quiz stuff earlier. So it was predictions last week, which I'm doing again, but we actually covered off none of it, like 250 being chased, a tied game, all the good stuff. Don't worry about it. It doesn't.
with the death knell of the big chase, and the next day they chase 250, one down or two down.
And I think you said, whoever sets the target wins.
Yeah.
They lost the next 5. So yeah, I did enjoy the one stat on social was Travishek, as they're called, Trav and Abhishek, have scored over 40% of their SRH's runs and wins and only 6 in defeats. Shows that they are, and what a knock that was. But we're going to do predictions. So last time we did predictions, and I'm doing it again because there was some chat on the Discord, which is still live, people laughing at your starts, gents, because I don't know if you know, but after 3 games, you both was 0-0, so 3 wrong in a row. After 5 games, it was 1-1. But then after all 10, Gilly prevailed 5-3 with a wet set 4 of the last 5. So if we quickly go through the next 10 games, and we'll see how we go. So first up, it's Sunrisers Hyderabad against Mumbai Indians.
Oh, where's that one?
Hyderabad.
That is Hyderabad.
Oh, I think Travishek will get going again. Yep. I'll go Sunrisers.
I just saw that you wrote in your WhatsApp, we're not doing a quiz, we're doing predictions.
Yeah. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, so do those predictions. They're great.
RCB Rajasthan.
RCB.
I'm going to go with the 14-year-old.
Okay.
Oh, Vibab.
Okay. So we've already got some difference here. This is good. Okay. Chennai Sunrisers.
Chennai.
2 days, basically.
Yeah, I'll go Chennai there.
Okay. Kolkata Punjab.
Punjab.
Okay. Mumbai Lucknow.
Mumbai.
I'll go Lucknow on that one.
Okay. Delhi RCB.
Delhi.
RCB. Oh, we got a bit going on here, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, I like this. Rajasthan Gujarat.
Well, see, I'll be all over this one. This is my first game that I do when I get over there.
Gujarat.
Yes, Gujarat.
Yeah, okay, first game. Gujarat win. And then we've got Delhi, Kolkata.
Calcutta. No, Delhi.
I'll go Calcutta.
Okay. Play that one back. Last 2, Chennai, Punjab.
Chennai.
It's good.
We haven't agreed on many here, have we?
Really, this is... No. And then Rajasthan, Mumbai.
That's in Rajasthan. Yeah, I'll go Mumbai. I haven't backed them yet.
Okay, yeah, you've both, you're the same for 4 of the 10, so plenty different there.
Nice.
Love it. There we go. Well, we'll check in to see if you can do better than last
There you go.
time.
Well done, gents. Good luck with your predictions. We'll finish the podcast there. Just while Gilly's grabbing his tequila, I'll tell people where to find us at Club Prairie Fire. That's on all socials and on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. All that's left to do, Gilly, is the little toast if you've got something to raise a glass to.
Yes, I'll just pour a little bit in there, and I'm going to pay homage to Keith Stackpole, may rest in peace, former Australian top order batter opener, passed away at the age of 84. So, R.I.P. Stacky. Cheers. Very
All right,
good.
gents. See you soon. Good luck with your golf, Vaughnie.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah. I'll update the fish by next week.
Yeah, that's a big fish.
If you liked the video, well, first of all, thanks for watching, but if you liked it, give us a like or hit the button below to subscribe. That'd be great.